Hey y'all, and welcome to another fun-filled edition of High Heels to Hard Hats. This video is going to be a little bit different because I want to kind of give people more insight into what it is that I do. Not only construction and rehab and things like that, but how I got into this business was by permitting. And a lot of people don't understand how important it is to get a permit in the city of Houston, or that it's even required. So my goal on this video is to show you how to get a permit for small projects in the city of Houston. So that goes from anything to doing a patio, adding a small deck, doing a small rehab, getting new plumbing throughout your house. Maybe you're going to get new electrical, something like that. You want to add a bedroom. Those things are small projects, and you can take them through what we call the one-stop process. Now, when you're permitting in the city of Houston, there are 3 different processes that you'll go through. If it's a house, that is considered residential. I guess that's kind of a given, right? So there are 2 ways that you can permit residential things. There is a way to permit it through one stop, which is like you're doing a patio, like I said, or a deck or something small. Anything under 1,000 square foot. Remember that. That's the key. 1,000 square foot. So anything over that, new construction, you're going to be adding any square footage to your house that's over 1,000 square foot. You're going to be doing a structural remodel that will take more than 50% of the property. That, my darlings, is new construction. So you have to submit that online. That's another video. Don't think about that right now. Don't think about that right now. Right now, we're going to talk about one stop. So the first thing you need to know is where to go get an application. This is what it looks like. Hope you can see that. If not, I'll give you more and I'll fill out one and I'll have it shown at the end for you down below. So you can definitely check that out. And any questions you have, feel free to ask me. Put them in the description box while you click and subscribe. So you can find this application at www.houstonpermittingcenter.org. I'm going to put the link right here for you to click on, for you to get to building permits and declarations. So much easier than trying to go through the Houston Permitting Center website and find that. So the site that I'm giving you is Public Works. It's attached to the Permitting Center, and we'll go into that too. So Houston Permitting Center houses a lot of different entities within that building that all facilitate permitting. So code enforcement is all of the people that do work on the street, your utilities, things like that, your water, your sewer. That's code enforcement. They make sure that the codes are followed. And then there's floodplain management. If you live in a floodplain, if you live in Houston, check that out. We'll talk about that too. So all of those things are really important for you to know. This, you'll only fill out a permit application on paper if you're doing a one-stop project. Anything smaller than 1,000 square foot. Told you that earlier. So just remember that. Anything smaller than 1,000 square foot, you'll fill out a paper application, and you can actually take that down to Houston Permitting Center. The first thing you want to do is make sure you have this filled out properly. So the one thing that I always find people not understanding is the first section calls for the applicant. The applicant is always going to be the person who is applying for the permit. That can be the owner, that can be the agent. A lot of times I represent my client, so I'm considered to be the agent. That could be the architect, that could be the contractor. Whoever's going to get the permit is who's going to fill out that first section. So remember that. The second section, it calls for the property information. So if you don't have this information, why are you filling out this application? So if you don't have this information, you can always get it from HCAD. That is the county's website, and I'll put hcad.org. Boom. put that there so you can find that information, and it allows you to easily search through and get information on your property that you might not have, which is typically the legal description. So the legal description is the subdivision you live in and the lot and block. It's really important to know the legal description of your property. It's definitely how the county, how they assess your taxes. So that you can always find that on HCAD. The other thing that the permit application asks for is the key map. This too is on the HCAD site, but it's really important for you to have the key map number on there. It's not really important for life, but it makes it easier for the people who are addressing to get that information and give you a permit a lot faster. So remember that. HCAD. The other thing that I found that people have a issue with, down at the bottom, it asks for a total cost of improvements. So this is a quick math calculation. Very easy. I'll show you. The city assesses fees for new construction at about $88.11. So what you would do would be to multiply, if you're adding square footage, whatever you're adding by $88.11. But remember this. The cost of your permit is typically going to be about 25% of the estimated value that you put as your cost of improvements. Remember that, because that's how the city makes money. So if you want to kind of keep those costs low, which is your right to do, and I'll tell you this, average rehab costs right now are about 60, bucks a square foot for a nice rehab. So I'd say you can give yourself some cushion in there, okay? I always say keep those fees less, the smaller the better, okay? You're going to be paying for things while you're in the middle of construction. No need to give that extra assessment to the city. Now, this does not count on commercial projects. I'm going to talk about that again, so don't get it twisted. With that being said, you complete your building application, you sign it at the bottom, and then you are ready to complete what we call a declaration. It basically says that you will hold responsibility for all the work that's being done on this property, that you are going to be the owner of this permit, or that you represent the owner of the property. Declaration. So once you get all those things done, you're going to go into the permitting center and you are going to pull a ticket. When you walk in, there are some kiosks and some people in front saying, "Hey girl, hey, how y'all doing?" I don't know. So once you walk in, you're going to head over to the kiosk. You're going to pull a ticket. Now here's the deal. For any type of new construction, if it's new construction, and it's less than 1,000 square foot. Remember, we're doing one stop, not new homes. You have to get an address verification, okay? So you're going to pull a ticket for addressing. Now, if you're adding to something you already have on your structure, then you can pull a ticket for project numbers single trade. It's brand new, like a storage building, something like that. You're going to pull an addressing ticket because the city has to verify that you can actually put something new on this address, or that that address even exists, because a lot of times addresses sometimes don't exist. I know that sounds crazy, but the city does create addresses for you on new construction. That's why they go by the legal description. That's why it's important to have that information. Get a project number, okay? Project number, okay? You're going to meet with the people, the customer service representatives over in the line. They are so nice too. I can tell you, so many of them say hello to Alondra, say hello to Bridget, say hello to Jesse and Menasha, say hello, to Juanita. Those people are super nice and they're there to help you, and they will help you. Use their names. Tell them I sent you. So do that. Once you do that, they will give you a project number and you are on your way upstairs to the 3rd floor to get started on your project. So this is it. This is the first step in getting a permit in the city of Houston. I'm going to help you. My name is Marlena. I permit High Heels to Hard Hats. Subscribe.